I'm Dr. Karen Perkins, and we are live at the Speaking Empire Amplify event here in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I am so excited because, anyone who wants to heal and wants to be at a place where they can go through all of the different steps of healing need to know Cornelia Merk, and she is phenomenal. And Cornelia, I know you have got these awesome healing retreats. Can you tell us what people can expect when they go to your retreat?
They can expect to learn how to heal themselves, because most people actually don't know what healing really means. Healing means self-healing, because it's the body itself that does the healing. It doesn't matter if you take a pill or if you have an operation, because placebo studies have shown that it works. So how does it work? Because it's the body that heals them, it's itself. So in my retreats, people learn about that, and then we go through different steps to facilitate that healing.
Okay, so they actually learn how to heal themselves.
Healing is a mindset as well, because if you don't, for example, if you don't believe that you can heal from cancer, that already stops the healing process in the body. So changing your mindset and changing your expectation and your perception even of the disease is the first step in healing. But there might be body aspects as well. So I teach body awareness, to become aware of what the body is actually needs to do in order to heal. That might include nutrition, like the foods we eat. It might be that you're not sleeping enough. There are so many aspects on the physical body, but as I already said, there's also the mental aspect. And then, of course, there are also emotions.
Yeah. And I know with the body that if I sit the way I like to sit, that my back is going to go out.
It sure is.
And when my back goes out, I don't feel well. But why do I sit the way I sit?
Because you're unaware of how you're sitting. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people sit for hours in a chair in front of the computer, and then when they get out of their trance behind the keyboard, they suddenly feel that their neck is stiff, that their back is hurting, because they were unaware while
were doing this the whole
exactly,
time.
because that's what you're so in it that you don't feel it. And then if you were aware of that, you would get up, in the meantime stretch for a moment, and then you would just sit down. And these little stretches in between, they are already healing, because that is using your own awareness to do the little healings during the day to avoid having back problems or neck problems in the long run.
Now see, I was going to ask you for a tip and a hint, but man, you just gave me the best tip and hint. Because I do get like this, especially when I'm writing, but if I stood up and I just stretched back a little bit, that would put everything back in alignment.
Okay, so the tip I would give you would be to set a timer on your computer, and every 20 minutes let it give you a little bing or whatever, and then just for a second, okay, how am I sitting, how do I feel, and just check in with your body. And then maybe you need to change your position because you're already feeling kind of a tension somewhere, and then just move on. But by doing these little things during the day, you are actually avoiding having problems in the long run. That's what you can easily do without interfering with your work.
Now I love it because at your retreat, I'm not going to only learn I need to be aware of my body, I'm going to learn the tricks and tips that I need to in order to remember to be aware of my body. And then you'll help me also with that emotional, that subconscious, that deep down, the things that drive what our body does.
Yeah, I had my own experience. I was in a retreat and I was shown a very powerful exercise to become aware how our thinking actually underlies our emotions, and how these thinking patterns that we have drive the emotions, so we can get extremely angry. I guess we have all had that. There was a little like an experience, you had a situation that you got angry, and then the next thing that happens is that you're sitting in the car and you're replaying that incident in your mind again and again, and the more you think about it, the angrier you get. So what happens then, you get another thought that supports that emotion. And then suddenly you have this real anger, and then you end up coming into the office, and then you meet your colleague and something happens and you yell at him, but it's not really the situation of that when you talk to the colleague at that moment, but it's what has been happening on your drive towards work, supporting this emotion that actually now makes you yell at a person because you're so full of that emotion of anger at that moment. And again, it's about awareness what's happening.
I love that. Now, one of the emotions that I love having is that excitement and enthusiasm and love and comfort. And coming to events like this, I get that.
Yes.
And, we are at the Speaking Empire Amplify event, and they just bring so much love and so much enthusiasm. And I know we're day 3, right?
Yeah, but if I might add to that, this is an environment where healing occurs because it's a very positive environment. The energy is very high in the room, and whenever you're in an environment where the energy is high, your body can heal. And this is something that most people don't realize, how powerful our environment is as well on our situation, our healing. Because if I'm in a negative environment, we take that information, this negative information from the environment into our body. And that, because we are energy beings, so whatever is around us, our body is engulfed in it, and that might lead to disease as well. And in an environment like we are here now in the Speaking Empire, that is really a healing environment because the energy is up. And whatever the energy comes up in us, we get out of depression, we smile. Smile has a very powerful healing effect. So we do, in the retreat, we do a lot of loving and loving, both. And so it's all about having fun, everything that brings up emotions. And so just being aware of things like that is part of the healing retreat.
Okay, so I go to your retreat.
Yes.
I'm in a positive environment.
Absolutely.
Which automatically begins my healing.
Yes.
I learn about my body and the things I'm doing that is not good and how to monitor it and to become aware of it. I learn how to adjust my emotions and be more positive myself, get my energies in line.
Right.
And basically, I'm going to be a healthy person.
Yeah, you definitely have done your first step. I mean, people might be diagnosed with serious diseases, and of course the mindset is then, how do I perceive that? If I have the belief that the cancer will kill me, this is just your perception, because there are so many proof that people can heal even from serious diseases that are considered incurable, but that's not true, because if one person can do it, everyone can do it. It's just how do we perceive a disease, and that is something that we work on as well. So you are actually not necessarily cured after the 2 weeks, but you are on a way to actually facilitate the self-healing capabilities of your body in the retreat.
That's awesome. You need to go to the retreat. I need to go to the retreat, but we can't go unless we know how to get in touch with you. So how do we get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can get in touch with me. The easiest way is definitely to just send me an email, and the email would be my name, Cornelia at corneliamerk.com.
Okay, now you're going to have to spell Cornelia for people like me who don't spell.
Okay, so that is CORNELIA at corneliamerk.com, all in one, so it's easy.
And Merk is M-E-R-K.
M-E-R-K, yeah.
Okay, so Cornelia at corneliamerk.com.
Yes, I made it easy, so.
Oh, yeah, that is very easy. Let's get healthy, and let's feel better about ourselves and have a more prosperous life because we're healthy.
Yes.
And go to her retreat so that you can be healthy.
Yes, please come, because you will be astounded what you will learn when you are there, because it's all about being healthy. If we don't have health, we have nothing in life.
That's true. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. You're a delight.
Thank you so much for having me, Karen.
Yeah.